push-up, then you have your incline push-up, then you have your decline push-up, then you have your diamond push-up, then you have your, I think they call it the Mike Tyson push-up. When you're first introduced to fitness, it's like being a kid in the candy store. You walk in, you see all the different machines, you see people doing all these different exercises. Maybe you're on the fitness side of TikTok or Instagram, or you see them occasionally, and you see them doing all these different kinds of movements, telling you like this is the best for this, or like this is the best workout for arms, or this is the best workout for squats. Hey, you need this workout in your chest day. Listen, there's a lot of information out there, and it can get overwhelming very, very quickly. And you know, even like for a beginner or someone just getting into fitness, maybe you don't know fitness that much, or like you don't know that much about fitness. I mean, the most basic things have multiple variations, and it could just be very complicated. Like take your push-up for example. You have your push-up, then you have your incline push-up, then you have your decline push-up, then you have your diamond push-up, then you have your, I think they call it the Mike Tyson push-up, then you have your archer push-up, then you have your weighted variations. You have your weighted push-up, your weighted diamond push-up, your weighted finger push-up, right? And it's really the same thing with diets, and it's the same thing with diets and supplements, right? Like for supplements, you know, you have your creatine. That's the big one. Everyone knows about creatine. Even if you're not that into fitness, everyone has heard of creatine. But then you have your shilajit, you have your ashwagandha, you have your L-carnitine. You know, for diets, there's a lot of different diets, and there's a lot of different diet trends. You know, you have your keto, you have your carnivore, you have your intermittent fasting. Maybe someone is doing an alkaline or high carb or low carb. You know, you have your people that do like the juice detoxes. It's just a lot, and it's a lot of information. But trust me when I say this, forget about all of that right now. Fitness can be super simple, and I think that's the best approach to fitness. If you want to see the best results possible for you, you need to simplify fitness and just make it simple. Don't be fancy with it. Don't try to do all of these different things that you're seeing on your For You page. Stick to the fundamentals. So look, I started off as a super chubby kid, and like everyone else that like is just getting into fitness, or you know, even some people that have been training and they haven't necessarily found the proper way to train, you just get sucked up in all of that information that's out there. And I think it took me longer to make progress and see the results I wanted, simply because I was caught up in all that information. So to skip that, I feel like you should do what I eventually did, and I think you should narrow it down and focus on the fundamentals of training and build the fundamentals progressively, and you will see results progressively. And you know, it's like 3 years later, I see myself like maybe a scholar, maybe a mad scientist. Like I've taken the time to look into studies. I've taken the time to you know, study the life of like different bodybuilders and things like that. And you know, it's really a passion of mine to just study the art of building your body, because I was ashamed of mine at one point. So like literally in the beginning, I was consumed by all this information. I did a lot of things that were wrong, and what I'm saying now is that simplify it, take a simple approach to training, and let's skip over all the pitfalls in your training journey that would have costed you the results that you want to see, and let's get them as soon as possible by keeping everything super simple. So with that, I say this: the goal of this channel is to share my training philosophy, my simple training philosophy, but I want to break it down in a way that it's not complicated. I want to break it down in a way that a 5th grader can understand what I'm saying. So I'm gonna break down all of the fitness facts, myths, and legends and really just give a home to the passion I have for building a strong body, the passion I have for fitness. And whether you're a complete beginner or you consider yourself a somewhat serious lifter, maybe you just started like 2 months ago, whatever it might be, I want this channel to be an information. I want this channel to be a place of information where everyone can learn something, even me. So, and you know, I hope, and I have this in my notes here, I hope that by the end of watching one of my videos, maybe like a supplement study, or just any one of my videos, a complete beginner, someone who's just getting into fitness, they will understand it so well by the end of the video that if their friend asks them anything having to do with the subject that they watched, they can say the information like they're a professional. That's my goal with this channel. I want to share information in a way that everyone can understand. Everything about this channel should be simple. I want to take all of these complicated things and make it super simple. I also, another thing that I want to do for the channel is I want the content to be very raw and straight up. I want the content to be very lightly edited. I don't want to over edit the videos because not everyone wants that sort of here, take this course, let me sell you something sort of content. And if you do support the mission, the usual, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. I hope we were able to grow and learn together, because I'm gonna be doing research into things so that I can learn more and teaching it to you guys. And I'm also going to teach my training principles and my training philosophy that got me to where I am today. And you know, this is the beginning, and I hope it's the beginning of something amazing. If you're open to taking a simple approach to training that will garner you results, you will get results. If you take what I say and you apply it, you will get results. I guarantee it. Make sure you find your way back. And thank you, and I'll see you again real soon.